Think about this. Long before institutions and tax codes, philanthropy was pure. Communities took care of their own. It was direct, visible, and personal. No middlemen, no percentages skimmed off the top, but it drifted. Institutions started serving themselves. Overhead ate the mission. Trust eroded. We've all seen it. But on July 4th, 2026, America's 250th birthday, we are deliberately restoring what was lost. The USA 250 Digital Impact Network, a digital currency and philanthropy acknowledgement platform built on radical transparency and 100% efficiency. No platform fees and no administrative cuts. Every contribution, every transfer, every distribution is permanently recorded on the blockchain, verifiable by anyone, anywhere, no permission needed. We run a secure 3-wallet system for each currency. Treasury receives every contribution, distribution holds funds exclusively for scheduled live events, and Vault holds time-locked or condition-based gifts. All wallet addresses are publicly disclosed all the time, and balances are always auditable. Distributions happen live on public streams, on Rumble, X, wherever the community is. You don't just hear about it happening. You get to watch the actual blockchain transaction hit the recipient's wallet in real time. And who gets supported? The 6 founding impact categories that strengthen America: teachers building the next generation, firefighters and first responders protecting us, nurses and healthcare workers, troops, military families, and veterans who served, American innovation and STEM driving our future. And the community can expand these categories, as we continue to grow. Contributors choose their own identity level, fully public or completely anonymous. Recipients register with a dedicated wallet and get public acknowledgement. This isn't just giving, it's education by participation. Every contributor and recipient learns digital currency hands-on while doing something that actually matters. And here's the multiplier effect. When the community sees real, verifiable impact, they give more, they share more, they bring others in. Generosity compounds. This isn't charity theater. This is a network. Open, transparent, and community owned in spirit. Right now, this is your call to help shape what comes next. Don't let this pass by. Contribute, participate, watch it happen live, because the tools are here and the moment is now. USA 250 Digital Impact Network, restoring the original spirit of philanthropy through digital currency and radical transparency. America's next 250 years start today. Think about this. Long before institutions and tax codes, philanthropy was pure. Communities took care of their own. It was direct, visible, and personal. No middlemen, no percentages skimmed off the top, but it drifted. Institutions started serving themselves. Overhead ate the mission. Trust eroded. We've all seen it. But on July 4th, 2026, America's 250th birthday, we are deliberately restoring what was lost. The USA 250 Digital Impact Network, a digital currency and philanthropy acknowledgement platform built on radical transparency and 100% efficiency. No platform fees and no administrative cuts. Every contribution, every transfer, every distribution is permanently recorded on the blockchain, verifiable by anyone, anywhere, no permission needed. We run a secure 3-wallet system for each currency. Treasury receives every contribution, distribution holds funds exclusively for scheduled live events, and Vault holds time-locked or condition-based gifts. All wallet addresses are publicly disclosed all the time, and balances are always auditable. Distributions happen live on public streams, on Rumble, X, wherever the community is. You don't just hear about it happening. You get to watch the actual blockchain transaction hit the recipient's wallet in real time. And who gets supported? The 6 founding impact categories that strengthen America: teachers building the next generation, firefighters and first responders protecting us, nurses and healthcare workers, troops, military families, and veterans who served, American innovation and STEM driving our future. And the community can expand these categories, as we continue to grow. Contributors choose their own identity level, fully public or completely anonymous. Recipients register with a dedicated wallet and get public acknowledgement. This isn't just giving, it's education by participation. Every contributor and recipient learns digital currency hands on while doing something that actually matters. And here's the multiplier effect: when the community sees real, verifiable impact, they give more, they share more, they bring others in. Generosity compounds. This isn't charity theater, this is a network, open, transparent, and community owned in spirit. Right now, this is your call to help shape what comes next. Don't let this pass by. Contribute, participate, watch it happen live because the tools are here and the moment is now. USA 250 Digital Impact Network, restoring the original spirit of philanthropy through digital currency and radical transparency. America's next 250 years start today. Good evening, everybody. We are back. We have another amazing stream here for you all today. And what other is the topic than the one and only USA 250 Digital Impact Network that we have coming out very soon here. July 4th is fastly approaching. It's coming quick. It's very quick, might I add. Hold on, let me just make sure. I want to double check, make sure we got everything running nice and smooth for you all. Um, but I'm pretty sure we are. I'm pretty sure we're good. Hey, Black Fox, what's up? He's in the chat, hanging out. And we are going to get ready because we have some awesome guests joining us today. So we actually have some familiar guests like Black Fox and Redman. We have Beats is coming back on. We have an incredible rep from REGIMENTGG coming on. And we have Dustin Stockton coming on later as well. So it's going to be a lot of fun tonight. There we go. We made sure our audio's working. And of course it is. Come on. By this time, we got to be locked in at this point, don't we? In the previous streams, we focused on other topics related to USA 250 DIN, of course, right? So stream 1, we talked about the importance of philanthropy and community support, just in general. Like, it's really important, even though we are trying to refresh and in some ways kind of revolutionize the space. Philanthropy and community support is a feeling. It's a movement by people within a community. It can even be individuals banding together. But that's what we spoke about in stream 1. What works, what does not work, where does the system currently fall a little short, you know, that sort of stuff. Then stream 2. In stream 2, we brought back a huge group of incredible veterans that had joined us on our give back streams just a few months ago, where we gave away $60,000 in 1 month to veterans on Rumble through live streams, Rumble Wallet, and these incredible digital tools and applications that we were able to support through, contribute through, and individuals were able to express their creative freedom through. And we sort of combined those forces, created an incredible give back movement over the course of that 1 month through 3 different streams. And we, of course, then started to do it in-house. That's what inspired us to build this project. USA 250 DIN didn't just fall out of the sky. No, it came from real life experience of myself and people we were supporting directly. It was incredible. I'm so honored still to this day that I got to be a part of those streams. And I hope to create that same sort of feeling and excitement for other content creators as this project grows. So that's what we talked about in stream 2. We had a bunch of them on, and we just talked about how incredible that digital community support really is. Now in stream 3, we explained in detail what USA 250 DIN actually is. I had the white paper in front of me. We dove into the nitty-gritty details of what makes the USA 250 Digital Impact Network what it is. We went through it all. So if you have any question in your mind at this point as to what the USA 250 Digital Impact Network is, which is coming up very soon in July 4th, then you can go back to that third lead up stream we hosted last week. It went really well, to be honest. I feel like I described and detailed every bit of the project. So if you have any question about what it is that we are building, why we're building it, what is it composed of, why digital currency, all the tools that come together and create this incredible opportunity and framework we aim to deliver, then you should lock your eyes on lead up stream number 3, but only after this stream ends, okay? Only after this stream ends. That's the one rule. That's all. That's my only rule. Um, and now that brings us here to today, the fourth out of 5 total streams leading up to this incredibly exciting launch, right? And today, the talk about today is action. So we know what the Digital Impact Network is now, but we are going to dive into who can use it. How can communities utilize it? How can individuals? How can contributors? How can supporters? How can creators? We're going to be talking in real time with guests on the stream today and sort of explore opportunities for how they operate and whatever they focus on, how they can get involved with the USA 250 DIN framework. We're going to be talking with creators. We're going to talk with nonprofit organizations. We're going to talk with past recipients. We're going to talk about crypto with crypto knowledgeable individuals. The point is, the focus of today's stream is from idea to action. We're developing the framework. But how can communities actually use USA 250 Digital Impact Network to either give back to their communities, or receive some contributions or support from other individuals or communities? How companies can tap this framework in with their initiatives and events going on to get more public eyes on them and to gather potential support for their members, and so much beyond. Remember, the USA 250 Digital Impact Network is meant for anybody and everybody who wants to contribute, receive support, even more so for creators who want to deliver the opportunity to thousands, millions, billions, trillions of eyes. There is so much opportunity here, and so many communities can get involved in the operation of the USA 250 Digital Impact Network. So I'm really excited to jump that into that today. And I just want to make sure that you guys really get this point. This is not just something people watch from the outside. It's not just us contributing and supporting people. Everybody has their own individual ability to utilize this framework. So this is not just something we want people to watch from the outside. USA 250 Digital Impact Network is a framework that people can use. So tonight we're going to start with my good friends and, recurring guests at this point, Blackfox and Redman, together. They're going to talk, I guess, sort of from the veteran side, but also the creator side, and that sort of perspective of public support moments. Then we're going to bring on Senile Sarge from REGIMENTGG to talk about veteran gaming communities and how online communities can gain real impact and tap in with the Digital Impact Network when it releases. Then we're going to have RG Beats on. He's a streamer over on Kick, and it's going to be an incredible experience to talk to him about how creators can get tapped in and involved with the Digital Impact Network, not necessarily supporting, not necessarily receiving support, but just through their art of creating. So it's going to be fun to explain that to people as well. After that, I'm going to walk through some more practical use cases for different groups and communities, and sort of paint a picture in your mind about how the USA 250 Digital Impact Network can create real change and long-lasting impact for people in areas that you wouldn't even think of. Of course, Black Fox, of course, for Foxhole Media, so that Foxhole Media can also get tapped into the USA 250 DIN network. I know you guys will have a lot of great use cases for that. We're going to talk about that as well. I'm so excited. And then around 7:40, towards the end of the stream, after I walk through the practical use cases for different groups and communities, we are going to have Dustin Stockton on. He's going to join us to talk about the digital currency side of things: wallets, direct support, public blockchain records, safety, practical education. Why this project, why it makes such perfect sense for this project to be digital currency based. Remember, the number one factors here and the number one components that this is built on is transparency, ease of use, accountability, and pure, undisturbed support and contributions. That's what makes up the USA 250 DIN network. That's what makes it different. Okay. So I don't want to spend too much time. We got a good, very good little stream setup going here. We are going to tap in with our first guests of the evening, Redman and Blackfox. I'm going to throw myself right down here. Hold on. I'm going to throw myself down here on the stream. What's up, everybody? I'm a little smaller now. I'll be back soon on the big screen. But we are going to welcome our first two guests, Blackfox and Redman. I'm so excited to talk to them this evening. Just got to bring up the call. And but before I bring them on, I want to make this simple. There's a few different ways people can use and participate in the USA 250 DIN. I do want to make this point real quick. This is just the broad ways. So first, we have a recipient or an organization. We have contributors. We have creators or streamers. We have community partners. We have educators and guides. Those are broad, but listen, I don't want to take too long. Some people will use USA 250 DIN to receive support. Some will use it to give support. Some will use it to help and assist support. Some will use it to educate. Some will use it to bring communities together. And I just want you guys to have this wheel spinning of like, come on. This is more than just I give money, I get money. There's a lot more opportunity within this network. So that's that. We are going to bring up Redman and Blackfox right now. They're going to join us this evening, and I'm going to pop them up right now. So, all right, let me make sure. There we go. Awesome. Put you guys up. And then blue. There we go. We are ready to go. What's up, guys?
What's going on, man?
Long time no see.
Hello.
Long time no see for the two most regulars of the series.
It's only been what, about a week, maybe 2 weeks, but yeah.
Exactly. And you guys have a really direct part in this evening's stream, because before we talked about importance of community support in general. You know, we talked about the give back streams from the back in the day, like 3 months ago. Now you guys, of course, have some experience on the recipient side by being a supported community in the past, but you guys are also creators with your own company that you're working on, with all these deals, all these opportunities, all these engaging events for individuals. So that's going to be the bulk of this evening's conversation about how you guys are doing, what you guys are doing, and I'm going to just be spitting out ways how we could get involved later, support people that you guys are working with, support fans, you know, maybe sponsor a tournament that you guys are holding for whatever reason, and just deliver support from our end as the Digital Impact Network. So I'm happy to have you guys.
Happy to be here.
Always a good time. And let's get started by saying, for anyone that somehow on earth at this point doesn't know who you are, we're going super short this time because they can watch back the old ones to get better intros. But if anybody doesn't know who you are, just in short, if you could let them know what you guys are, what you do, what you're working on.
So my name is Blackfox here. You know, me and Redman, we both co-own the Foxhole. We're also streamers ourselves. I've been streaming for about 8 years now, full time. I've been doing it for about 2.5 years now. We spun up the Foxhole. We help out veterans, working with the veterans families, PTSD, but we're closely with the VA, Mission 22. We also have something now officially more in the works that we can't talk about, with another brand that we're actually more excited about. So it's, you know, we're doing a lot of good stuff out there, planning things to, you know, just help out people in general. Like I said, it's not always about veterans. It's just helping out our battles and brothers and sisters, but also our content creators in many ways, shapes, or forms, you know, whether it comes to graphics and music. So I'll stop right there. Yep. Red has anything?
No. Are you good? Red, active duty Navy, still coming up on 17 years this year. Like you said, we've been doing this side by side. I've been on and off. I haven't been able to go full time because active duty side still, but it's been a great journey. I mean, we've looked back. I was just talking to Fox the other day. Look back the other day. It was like, you know, could you imagine 8-9 years ago us being to where we are today with the foundation that's built, the community behind us, the support behind us. It's been great. It's been an eye opener, and we've loved every minute of it.
Mm-hmm.
That's awesome. I mean, you guys stay grinding. I'm always seeing the streams. If anybody wants to, please go check out them on Rumble. Please say your usernames. I know them, but better from you. Here we go. Blackfox and Redman over on Rumble. Well, we're on Rumble. You better be watching on Rumble, because Rumble's the best place to do it. It's part of the reason that inspired this entire project. Rumble Wallet, major shout out. Rumble Studio, double major shout out. I love Rumble Studio. And of course, Rumble Video. Big major shout out. That's what brought all of us together in the first place. Not even the veteran give back, not even the give back streams. It's the platform, to be honest. So I want to talk about Foxhole Media. I want you guys to give me an example of something that you will be that you plan on doing that, you know, affects a group, like maybe a gaming tournament or anything like that that you have in the works.
Well, you said it right there out of the mouth, right there. Gaming tournaments. I'm still finishing off the website. I'll have that done here eventually. I'm having dental surgery Monday, so it gives me plenty of time next week and this week to knock that out. We had to finish a few tweaks, but yeah, we actually within the community wise, you know, I used to successfully run these tournaments, you know, a few years back, and it was just a lot just for one person to do. But now that we have, you know, foundation people and stuff like that, we're bringing it back and even bigger now. You know, we're really not just focusing on just FPS games, but we're going to try to bring in sports tournaments within there. You know, whether it's golf, baseball, and obviously racing games, and we're trying to incorporate everything. I think at the very beginning, it is going to start off with FPS just to make sure everything's kind of smooth and everything works well. You know, we'll do some small little test trials and stuff like that. But yeah, it's going to be, and we know what we're doing. We've done it before, but we just want to make sure it's better and smooth this time.
Very cool. So let's ice it right there. So we have gaming tournaments for their community within Foxhole Media. All right. Listen, I'm putting up a hypothetical here. Let's say you guys want to do $1,000 grand prize, you know, or top three, split $1,000, whatever it is, in a tournament structure. Here is two ways that immediately pops into my mind how USA 250 DIN could potentially get involved here. So number one is the basic. You guys yourselves could utilize the platform and set up a campaign as a recipient through USA 250 DIN and say, hey, we have all these veterans or just individuals, regular people in this gaming tournament. We're trying to bring the community together, grow our brand, check out our stuff, link your profile. People could go check it out, and they themselves, contributors who are browsing the platform, if they come across it, can decide, hey, I'd like to support this cause. I think these guys, I want to support the gaming tournament. Let's help raise $1,000 for these guys through digital currency, right? And they just simply submit through their individual wallets, their contributions directly to you, not to us. They go to you. It doesn't pass through our hands. We don't take any fees, no administrative costs, none of that. It's simply the platform, like a window, you know, like when you're shopping in the window. It basically puts your product in front of people, and you'll be able to receive contributions directly from other organizations, individuals. You can market through that platform directly. You can share your links on X, Facebook, wherever you feel the need to, in order to try to get some contributors and even potentially some players. Maybe, hey, if you contribute $1, we'll definitely give you a spot in the tournament. You know, it can also be a way to grow the roster. That's how individuals could support you directly, as long as you take the initiative there to, you know, put the plan onto the website, onto the sign up sheet. Now, the other way is something that I'm sure is probably more fun for you guys and anybody for that matter who's looking to do something similar. If it's something that you guys think could make great waves, you guys are going to get great content out of it, it's a good community impactful event, then you can reach out to us directly. There will be a number of ways to do so through the USA 250 DIN framework, where you can reach out to us and say, hey guys, would you consider sponsoring this event? We'd like to give back to XYZ through a gaming tournament. It's going to be used for a prize pool. Maybe we want to buy a PC for someone who plays in the tournament. And we could decide, like, obviously we could just be like, yes, absolutely, we would love for this to be involved. Now, what that entails is not just we throw money and it happens. Obviously, you guys could host a live stream, or even I could host a live stream about the event, and we would contribute the funds for that event if we choose to, you know, support the cause that's presented to us. And that way, we are amplifying the community support through the live stream feature, sending it out to thousands, hopefully, of people at least, so they can see the good being done, the community support happening there, the good relationships being created, and the individuals, you know, just thriving during this tournament. Obviously, you guys would be there, and we would be able to present this entire contribution event. Although it's sponsored by us, still every single individual on the planet would be able to simply check the website, and all live updated operations, whether it's the funds being sent to you or you sending the funds to the creator, or the winner of said tournament. Every single thing like this would be logged so that if anybody ever has a question of, oh, did they actually give that money
Nice.
to the winners? Did maybe did they cut off a little piece to fund their own live stream to make it a bit better and take it out of the hands of the winners? No, because you'll know what you said was going to be the winning prize pool for this tournament. We would have the live stream verifying every single transaction, the entire event itself, and the hosts with us. Not only that, it's all logged on official transparency dashboard that will be available on the website. So that's just two ways that immediately came to my mind. What do you guys think about that? How does that sound?
Man, it sounds great. I know Fox went into the tournaments at first and everything because that's what we've talked about bringing back because everybody wants it and everything. But with that, like we've discussed before and everything, IRL stuff. Like we plan on doing stuff IRL too and everything. So it's gonna, that's gonna be another opportunity for us to, tie in together and really make something happen with it. So regardless of the avenue we take, we look forward to doing everything we can, whether it's veteran support or just support anywhere. It's going to be a great time. It's going to be a great effort. We're going to enjoy every bit of it.
Absolutely. And the fact that we get to enjoy that as people, playing parts and putting it on and organizing communities to some extent, that's why I focus so heavily on the live stream component of it as well through our network. I really want everything to be live streamed, not just because of the transparency, because we already have the transparency dashboard, all the logs, all the information to support that. But when you live stream and showcase these community support events, you're just beaming out energy to all the viewers and the rest of the world. Like, it's just positive energy. It makes people want to do the same. It makes people want to show support.
Right.
Even just watching the live stream is supporting. It's not always about money. If you can contribute, that's awesome. But the eyes are also, the multiplier effect that comes from eyes is much larger than the multiplier effect that comes from money. Like, one person
100%.
can give $1,000, sure, but 1 million people can give 50 cents if enough see the live stream. It's the balance there is just, it's huge. It's off. It's off a bit. Of course, contributions are great, but eyes in this world are everything. We have so many eyes on negative news stories, on the most embarrassing events, the shittiest situations. But why not really put focus on this segment of content, which is positive content, entertaining content, but supportive content. I think there is a major untapped market there. It's not untapped. Obviously, there's people like Mr. Beast helping out, but if you look at pages on X, for example, there is 999 pages talking shit about someone before there is one talking positively about someone, That's just how it is. So I think we need to work on that balance a little bit, and that's why my focus on live streaming is so important. And you guys do such an awesome job in your live streams because you guys are so great to watch. You're not berating people, talking about the worst topics. You're just having fun, supporting people, and creating events and operations that do the same. And I really love that.
At the end of it, if we tell people and everything, it's like what you see on camera is what you get in person and everything. It's like if you can't be yourself and you got to put it on a front for everybody, you're not really doing it. I'm not putting on an act to be someone that I'm not and everything. We are who we are. If you like it, cool. If not, there's the door. Bye.
Yep.
It's more like meeting the first time with him and stuff. We've known each other for so many years and stuff like that, but we actually, even though it's been like 10 years, we didn't meet each other for the first time like 2 years ago.
No way.
So,
but you wouldn't have known that though. Like being a bystander or anything there in public, like you would have never known that.
Oh, absolutely.
You would have thought we've known each other and like met each other a long time ago, known each other for years. Like,
how did that first interaction come about?
It was just like it's normal thing. Like there was no awkwardness or nothing. It was just like, oh, hey, there he is. We always give each other crap. It was like real quickly, and then we just kind of went on like how our normal things are. We're always having fun and laughing, and that's exactly how exactly how we are on Discord and everything like that. It actually kept going because we joke about it all the time. We almost got kicked off the Frozen ride together.
Fuck, I will.
Me and him, yeah. I got really soaked in the front of the ride. I'll say it real quickly. I got soaked, and then I got off the ride, and I was like, oh, I got fucking soaked. The ladies that works there is like, can you please watch your language? And he goes, the fuck I will.
At about that time, someone else is like, "Oh, it's pouring down, raining outside," and I went to walk out the door. I looked back, and I was like, "The fuck it is!"
Oh
Like,
my
it's fucking
goodness.
But our humor, everything just kept going. So it's just like that's how it is. We want everything to be real. We want people to be 100% and stuff like that. So like how we are is what you're gonna see. You know, if there's, Red knows he knows me for a long time, but this is how we are and stuff like that, and everybody else sees that too. And it's that's why it's nice when you have these events where you do these IRL things. It's really good whenever people are real and stuff like that too.
Absolutely. Yeah. Oh, I do have I have one more. I have a good question for you guys. Because since you guys were recipients on the original round of give back streams, with those projects we did back in the day, this is seriously, I'm just personally curious. In that position, when you're receiving, like funds, and it's of course live on stream, because I think this is an area we want to be careful about. What makes support feel respectful rather than performative? Like I could easily imagine a situation where someone's supporting me with funds for whatever reason or donating in my stream, and they're doing it in not an authentic and genuine way. Like, how much does that matter? And do you guys know if, like, is there a barrier between respectful and performative support, or does it kind of wash together? Because I've never gotten that on a stream before, and you guys did, so I would love to know that.
So I mean, I was just actually talking about this the other day and whatnot. The first time that I've had little things here and there and whatnot, but the very first time I'd ever gotten anything that really hit me, back on Facebook gaming, I was running an American Truck Simulator. Me and a group of guys, we run a convoy, coking, joking, listening to music, having a good old time. And if you ever watch the game, you know that driving a truck and everything like that is, it's one of those things that if you ain't paying attention, it can get out of hand really quickly. But I almost put a truck in a ditch in the game and everything because someone came in out of nowhere and dropped $100 right there and whatnot. I was like, what the hell? I was like, what just happened? Like, I got choked up, teared up and everything. And everybody, and I look back through chat and everybody's been hyping this whole thing up the whole time. And I'm sitting here driving, didn't even notice anything going on. But no, it's like that was like out of nowhere. If it catches them like off guard like that and they're not expecting it, that's whenever you get the real reaction, the real intense moment of them being like, oh shit, that just happened. That's one of those things. Like, people come through like you're talking about performative and everything. Like Fox, everybody knows Fox and I do a lot of challenges and everything. Yes, in a sense that's performative and everything, but at the same time, it's like people want to see us do that.
100%. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking too.
They enjoy watching those challenges and everything. So it's like, yes, we know that, they're going to pay to see us do the challenges and everything, but they're getting something fun and interactive out of it. For me, for me to sit here and I'm one of the ones that will tell you first and foremost and everything, when it comes to streamers and content creators, if we can't support each other and everything, we can't expect someone else randomly to come in and do it and support us and everything. So I have no problem going in and supporting fellow streamers and content creators and everything. But if it's not something that I vibe with, I'm not interested in, then, I move to the next person.
100%.
But I still try and do my point as far as contribution, whether it be, subbing, donating, sharing, liking, whatever the case may be, any of it is contribution to helping that person out.
Yep. I completely agree. That's sort of where my head's at too. As long as you're doing good, ultimately, like, that still resonates not only with the individual you're helping, but also people you see. Like, if it's a joke to you or it's funny for whatever reason, or, people think it's cringe, like it doesn't matter because somebody else is being helped through that. And I completely agree with your statement there. 100%. All right. Guys, we're already like out of time. Damn.
That's what happens when you're having a good time and get to chatting.
These streams go by so fast. These are the quickest 2 hours like of my life, I swear. But do you guys have anything else to add before I bring up the next guest?
No, I'm good.
No, I think we're good there.
Appreciate you having us again.
Yeah.
Of course, guys.
Always a good time.
Yes, sir. All right. Well, we'll talk later. And we'll be in touch, and we'll definitely get you guys tapped in with USA250 DIN when we're out and ready to go. So I'm excited for those streams as well. This time,
get with me offline and everything. I got something coming for you.
Oh, 100%. Let's do it
for the launch of USA250. I got something for you. So just get with me later on.
Oh, okay. Love it. Perfect. Sounds good.
All right then.
All right.
Again, thanks for having us.
Bye, guys. Great to have you. See you later.
Later, boss.
That's it.
Awesome. What a incredible first segment to the stream that was. Black Fox, Redman, and I, we always get, we get clocking. It's a good way to set up the stream, get started. We already touched on some pretty important topics, which is exciting, very exciting. But next up, we have a very cool guest. A very cool guest. It's gonna be my first real time talking to him. We talked a little bit earlier. We got tapped in yesterday. Obviously, if you don't know REGIMENTGG, then you gotta know. Look him up on X. Look him up on any social media. REGIMENTGG is an incredible veteran gaming community, and I think it's an extremely important angle for this fourth stream because it's an official organization that creates mass events and gives people incredible opportunities, veterans specifically, to connect, find their people, enjoy entertainment. They give away PCs. They do a lot of incredible stuff for the community, ways that a lot of individuals all around the world, I'm sure, would be happy to contribute to, as well as ourselves. So I'm excited to bring up Ray, also known as Senile Sarge, on over here. Hold on. We're going to get him tapped in right now in just a second. We're going to get him working. Let's go here. Awesome. Cool. So we got Ray over here. I hope he's ready. He's in here. He's in the waiting room. We're gonna tap him in right now. But oh, I do want to say one more thing. Sorry, Ray, if you're waiting through the stream. But gaming communities understand online connection, right? Like that we can pretty much all agree there. All right. They understand live streams. They understand Discord. They understand events, communities, digital culture, of course, because so many of them were people who we directly contributed to in those first round of streams. And when that is built around veterans and service members, it becomes more than just gaming. So they might be a veteran gaming community, but I'm sure you'll hear much more about how they're much more than that. Regiment was founded with a mission of uniting veterans and U.S. service members through the power of gaming. So this lines up naturally with tonight's conversation about how online communities, in-person communities, and far and beyond can become real support systems. So without further ado, I'd like to welcome Ray from REGIMENTGG, and we're going to talk to him. Let's go. Awesome. Hey, Ray, how's it going?
It's going well, man. How are you doing?
Doing pretty good. Thank you so much for joining me this evening on the stream. Really happy to have you. And I'm looking forward to our conversation.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Same.
All right. So first up, just as we get started, can you let the people know a little bit, I already did, but a little bit about what REGIMENTGG is, what your role is with Regiment, and sort of how you operate there?
Yeah, I mean, best way to put Regiment is a veteran community. We have active duty service members, veterans, of course, their families and supporters. Started 2020 by our founder, Chris. The idea behind the organization was very much one to support gaming, and it's grown so much outside of that at this point, right? It's not just a gaming organization anymore. It's one that's focused on in-person events. We do deployments now where we have folks going to different events across the U.S. And then, of course, we're still, focused on the gaming side because that is, the commonality that brings us all together. I'm in my seat. I'm lucky. I get the opportunity to lead the community. So I'm the community director inside of Regiment. All that really means is I have a fabulous team that I work with and stand beside me to make sure that we take care of all the veterans and supporters that are inside of the community.
Amazing, guys. So definitely check out REGIMENTGG on all socials. They have an incredibly large community. Like, you guys have grown so fast, and I know exactly why. Like, let me tell you, when we did those first round of give back streams 3 months ago in partnership with those projects, and we gave away that money to veterans on Rumble, obviously so many of them came from REGIMENTGG. And those are boys. I am friends with all of them. I created such an awesome community myself just through knowing these guys in your organization. I've been lucky. I talked to Chris yesterday. I've gone tapped in with you. Obviously, I had Mango, I believe, on last week's stream, maybe the week before. And then I've talked with so many more far and in between. So it's an incredible organization. If you're a veteran who games like, and you're not tapped into REGIMENTGG, you should. Let me tell you that right now. Like there is no reason not to. A group of the best guys I've come to know up till this point online. That's for sure. Like without a doubt. It completely changed my mind about people on social media interacting. It's one of the one of the few communities where it was genuinely supportive from the start. And it's not, I know it wasn't just because we gave money like that you can tell there's a very big difference there. Like we didn't support even half the people who have supported me since then. So it's incredible. Staying on the gaming side of things for just a quick second. What does gaming sort of for these veterans help, or how does it help them create the camaraderie, connection, routine and purpose? Or more so, is that what it's for? Like that camaraderie, connection, routine and purpose coming back from serving, or is there a bigger picture there?
Yeah, I mean, it could mean so much different reasons for each person, right? It's really hard to put context into this because each veteran's going to be different. Each service member that's in the community is different, just like every supporter, right? The reason you game could be as simple as just trying to get away from a job that's tough, man. You work all day, you're out in the sun and the heat, and it's just nice to come back, sit down, open yourself up a nice water, if you will, and play a video game. For others, man, it's they've been overseas, they've seen combat, and it takes their mind away from a lot of what I would say just the thoughts of losing people, because that's just not that's not natural. I know for some, some think that it's natural for us as humans to see that, but it's not. So those type of things are there. For the family members, it's something. We talk about this a lot just internally, that the family members are just as important as a service member. I know for me on my side, gaming was a huge opportunity to acclimate with my kid. I would deploy, come back home, and that was kind of the thing that connected us. And it's why I'm so passionate about gaming in general, and then of course just Regiment and what Regiment does for veterans. So if you're a veteran, if you're a supporter, if you're an active duty service member, and you like video games, you want to be around other veterans. Like it doesn't even have to be games anymore. You like D&D, you like pool, you like bowling, you like cars. I mean, there's so many things that we do at this point. Come network with Regiment and come hang out with your brothers and sisters. I mean, that's the best way to look at it.
Awesome. Do you guys do like, are there like in-person events that you guys have as well?
Yeah. So I shouldn't give this away, but I will. They can get mad at me. But it is. Man, we got to drop the good stuff. So everybody's kind of known the chapter program's coming. It's going to be officially launched here very soon. The team that's focused on that is unbelievable. I cannot wait for that thing to unroll. I would say not all. I mean, there's a lot of cities in the United States. I don't know if you looked at the map. There's a lot, but I would say, we're really trying to cover as many of the 50 states as possible. But like anything, resources are important. So as we grow as an organization, we get some of these, chapters in place at the local level. Then you can start looking at, okay, what do we need to do to build that out? The really cool part with the in-person chapters is like, the old school stuff, man. It's just, it's being able to go, and there's so many ways to take it. The chapter leads and the folks, the veterans and the family members that are at that local level will kind of decide what they want to do. They may want to go bowling. They may want to go play basketball. Wow. They may want to go there's so many opportunities. Just go get coffee. I mean, there's so many opportunities. So I'm really, really excited about that next phase for Regiment and what that's going to look like.
I really love that focus, on the local level start at first, especially the in-person things, because real change, real support at the end of the day happens person to person, in my opinion. Like that's where the most, whether it's healing, whether it's laughing, whether it's fucking crying about something, like it's just, that's where it happens, in person, face to face. And we wanted, that's one of the major reasons that we want to launch USA250 DIN. It's because support in these major donation networks and there's a lot of shady operators in this community support space. It's just how it is. Unfortunately, a lot of stuff goes on behind closed doors. A lot of big players are taking major cuts out of contributions that are not getting to the intended recipient. There is a lot of finagling and secrecy in the space that exists. Not everyone. There are so many incredible organizations and people that do good, but we know because we hear it so often. There are major stories coming out. This was fake. This was fake. They raised this much money and don't even have money for legal fees. XYZ. There's so much stuff going on in the world. And we wanted to create this because at its core, no contributor sending money or funds to a recipient, none of those funds go through our hands. We don't even have the opportunity to take an administrative cut or any sort of fee. We are simply establishing a framework that anybody can use to find individuals to support, whether it's someone locally, which is important, or across the entire world. And the framework isn't just for other people. We don't exactly care if other people use the framework because we're contributing to the framework. We're contributing the framework to the population, but we're ultimately building the framework for us so that we can host our monthly one big give back stream to this community, anybody, whether it's a regiment sponsored event too. Like we can come in and support some of these local chapters. I'm thinking I'll be doing not just gaming streams and streams here at my desk. I have ideas of, picking up the camera IRL, taking a cameraman with me. Yeah. And going to a children's hospital and supporting a children's hospital live on stream through one of the give back streams, because that in-person local impact is so important to me as well. It's going to play a major role in this operation and framework that we're building. But at the same time, it can connect people anywhere, all over the world, this fast. Because just like with these veterans on the give back streams that we did, it was my first time ever sort of contributing or supporting anyone through digital currency online because Rumble wallet had just dropped, and you could use any sort of currency that was working within Rumble wallet. Now at the time it was pretty limited. That's also through our framework. There is an endless opportunity, any chain, any digital currency you're comfortable with, and the best part of it all comes from you. Nobody else touches it. And your recipient gets what they deserved, which was your intended contribution. So I think there's going to be some really cool ways for us to get involved with you guys here in the future as well, whether it's through some of the online events you do. I was just talking to Blackfox about potentially, sponsoring some of these events, prize pools. We could set up contribution campaigns for any spotlighted individuals within REGIMENTGG. If you guys know of someone going through a particularly tough time that just really needs some help, then we would be able to set up a campaign for them, for us and others who have access to the framework to see and support that cause. And at the end of the day, it doesn't matter if you support, receive, or any of it. Anybody can audit the system at any time because it's built entirely on transparency. We don't want there to be any questions on, is the person I'm supporting actually getting my contribution? Because that's the worst thing ever. It's so messed up to utilize someone's, goodwill in supporting a community or individual, and then ultimately not let them get 100% of that goodwill passed on to the recipient. And we want to solve that. We want to completely eradicate that issue from the space. And I think that this framework is going to be a wonderful step in that direction.
Yeah, well, you guys have already been a huge benefit for us. Obviously, the veterans that we have internal to the community, we appreciate everything you guys have done thus far. And I know July is a big month for us. I'm not going to release a lot of what's happening, but there's some great opportunities, I do think. And we've got a couple other programs like Arena, which is kind of like a tournament ladder system that we have now in tournament internal to Regiment that started last month. So the Arena team is absolutely crushing it. So now you got a little bit of competition, both casual and competitive, that's happening across the organization. So we're stoked. We're looking forward to the relationship with you guys expanding more and doing more as we look into the future.
Awesome. So that kind of answers my question straight up. So you would say that you see like a bit of a use for a framework like this one in some operations that you guys continue to do in the future, like that there would be a use for a transparent, clean, and easy to use support framework with projects that you guys are hosting and putting on.
Yeah, I mean, I think any nonprofit, right, would want a framework like this. I mean, I don't think this is, and again, it's, there's a careful part of me, but the good part is this is my personal opinion, right? But I think some platforms take percentages and part of it, and unfortunately, on the backside of that, you don't always get it. And I get it; it's a business decision for them. I'm not inside of their business, so
Yeah.
I'm not one to be able to talk about them. But looking at what you guys are creating, how you're creating it, and the importance of you to make sure that the individual or the thing that we're focused on is getting those funds is a salient effort for sure, and we appreciate it, and we absolutely are looking forward to working in tandem with you guys on it.
Awesome. Do you think it's important for live stream events and even in-person events that you guys host to be more than just entertainment? Is that a focus point for you guys at all when you're taking these events into consideration and building them?
Yeah, I mean, as a community guy, I think what we really focus on is like the community, right? I'm a firm believer that feedback, both good and bad, is really what leads your organization. If I think back when I was a kid, and think back to my grandparents and my great grandparents, and them running stores and stuff, I remember that a lot of what they did was based off what the community needed. I think in the time and age that we're at now, we've moved a little bit past that, right? It's very much often it's organization dictated versus taking that feedback. The one thing I appreciate with Chris, leadership team that we have inside of the organization is that feedback's really important to us across the entire community, and it allows us to make sure that we're moving in the right direction. So to answer your question, yeah, I mean, what we want to make sure though is that when you bring veterans together, you bring their families together, what's going to be the most impactful for them, for the type of event that they want to see, whatever it may be, whether it's an entertainment-based thing, whether it's a LAN event, it's a just a bowling event, like all of these things that we do. We really try to make sure that the community helps us lead these things in the right direction.
100%. And you talked about it a little bit right there, but community is like creating that sense of community is really important, not just for fun and entertainment and a good time, but because change and development happens in small groups. Like that's where it's most of is when someone can give you that positive or negative feedback for not how you're living is not the right way to put it, but I can't think of the word. But what a thing I've been repeating over and over again with the since we started these streams about a month ago now is community support is what built this country. Like genuinely, like people raised, you couldn't raise a barn alone. You needed 100 people from your small community back in the early days of America to raise your barn so you could house your animals. You need community. And in the modern day, in these last like 50 to 60 years, this whole like mostly right now though, it's like hyper individualism mentality. Oh, I can do it. I know it better than the next guy. I'm strong. I'm alone. It all rests on me. I have to be able to create whatever I want to do alone. No, no, you need community and you need support. And I feel like veterans, especially for Regiment GG, that's one of those segments of society where they're often coming back. They're coming back from a place where community is everything. Like in the military, community is like all you have basically. That's the one thing that's there all day every single day is the people around you. You're all living the similar lives. And here, when you come back to the outside, there's an adjustment period, and a lot of people can get lost in that adjustment period alone. So that community for these veterans is so key and crucial to continuing an upward trajectory in their life, just to feel good about themselves and live a happy life. So that's a really important point I wanted to make as well.
Yeah, no, I mean, I don't think, veterans are leading the charge on this. I mean, we are, you know, through purpose and through military service, you learn this idea of a tribe. We like to call it a tribe, which is your family. That's going to be your team, your squad, your platoon, depending on what service you're in. But you grow close with these folks. You spend, 8 to 10 hours with them. All the highs and all the lows are things. But my point is that I think as humans, connectivity is such an important part. I mean, we're a social we're social, right? Like that's what we're supposed to be, and we're supposed to connect, and we're supposed to talk, and everything's not supposed to be easy. Life is supposed to be hard. So I think the power of a group like Regiment, and there's many more that are like Regiment in other ways, right? That are out there trying to do the best they can to bring people together, to help them understand the power of connection and being together, and that's all we can do. And when I think of Regiment, I always think of Regiment as a tribe now. You're always going to have, and this is important to say, no organization is going to be perfect, because the people inside of it aren't perfect. Because here's the thing, man, we're all human. I know I'm not perfect. I don't wake up every day and try to pretend like I'm going to make the best decisions. All you can do is try to make the best decisions that impact the people around you and make sure that they live the best life that they possibly can. And those are kind of the factors that we think about each day inside a Regiment. And the community is such an important part of that, because they've got to walk that walk beside you, and we're lucky to have such an amazing group of veterans, active duty service members, family members, and supporters across the entire tribe.
For sure. Yeah, that's incredible. I love it. And there's so many similarities about how you guys address these situations, and how I look at them as well. I think that's what brings me really close to a lot of members of Regiment, and so easy to talk to them and stream with them and play games with them, and just have a real good time. You know what? In some ways, like I like to consider you guys my tribe too, a little bit.
Well, hey, you're there. You're there.
I love it.
Yeah.
Let's lighten things up a little bit. What has been like one of your favorite recent or something you're looking forward to events that you guys have put on in either the short near future or recently? Like, what has been an exceptionally great event for you guys?
Yeah, I mean, gosh, what a hard question, right? And part of the reason why is because like all of the events are very, very cool. I don't think I think the weird part is, and for some it's probably going to sound like I'm placating, but I'm not. I mean, I absolutely love the opportunity to go and just hang, in a voice chat with 20 to 30 folks as we're having an event of some sort. And there's so many games and so many things that we're doing. I would say what I'm most interested in is July. Obviously, we've got we got your 6 focus for us. It's going to be our first, what you would call, month-long thing, where we're really focusing on the community and supporting the future of what Regiment's going to be. I'm really looking forward to that, because we have a lot of really cool things that are going to be inside of it. It's a little bit longer than our normal, right? We normally will have a couple events here and there. We'll have something over a couple of days, but this is a nice long 30 days, 31 days, depending, of just amazing things that we're going to be putting on. So I think that's probably the thing I would say.
Oh yeah, and through this whole July month long, it times up really well with the launch of USA250 DIN. So whether it's creators, streamers, or someone wants to publish support campaigns through the framework, then we'll be sure to help put eyes on it, even potentially support ourselves, get in on the streaming component to get more eyes on what you guys are working on. There are so many cool ways for the framework to get involved, especially through a month-long event with so many individuals participating, that I'm excited for that to come to light. When more information comes out from you guys, I'll be sure to be posting about it and showcasing how we plan to get involved. So that'll be awesome. But honestly, I would love for you to promote anything you guys have coming up, anything specific you want to talk about, but that's going to be it for us right now. So
yeah, I mean, I would just say, like, look, if you're looking for a community, if you're looking for folks that like to use teamwork tactics, right? I mean, that's the good part of what veterans really bring to it. You're looking for a tribe, you're looking for folks to just kind of be around, especially for the veterans and the family members out there. We tell you to come on, come join regiment.gg. There's an entire process there, but we'll get you into the organization, wrap our arms around you, and then off we go. It's kind of like, you never left service. Each day we have a little bit of fun. But I do want to tell you guys, thank you so much for all of the support, man. You guys have been just fabulous. I can't wait to learn more about what you guys are going to be doing in July. And of course, I know we're going to be connecting very much so throughout the month. So I appreciate you and of course the audience.
Of course, yeah. I'm sure they really enjoyed this conversation. I know I did. Ray, thank you so much for coming on. It
Absolutely.
was awesome to have you. Great to connect with you. I'm sure we'll be talking a lot more here in the near future.
We will.
So you guys keep crushing it on the support side, and then we'll try to keep building our framework and get that out for you guys to be able to do expedite and transparently go through with that in the future. So
Let's do it.
thanks for coming on, man. And I'm definitely gonna get Regiment GG involved. And on July 4th, oh, I forgot this. On July 4th, we're gonna have a major like launch stream. So
Okay.
I want stream. I'm gonna be streaming here, but I'm gonna want to tap in like a bunch of streamers. Like I'm gonna be connecting directly to their stream from mine, clicking in between them, showing what people have going on, introducing multiple communities, giving people some opportunity to give back to their own communities through our framework live on that launch stream. So that is definitely something I want to talk to you about, is maybe getting some of your creators you got going on, how we can tap them in for that July 4th launch stream, because it'll be big. Yeah.
Let's do it. Let's make fireworks.
Oh yeah.
End with a joke.
Yes, there we go. All right, right. Thank you, man.
All right, we'll see
Have
you.
a good one. Oh, that was banging. Let's go. Thank you so much, Ray. It was so good to meet you, bro. Chris connected us yesterday. The founder of REGIMENTGG, and yeah, look at that. Ray knows what it's about. He knows exactly what it's about, right? And I think we have really similar views on what it's like to help communities, to conduct community support, and how impactful that can be, whether it's on the emotional level, the physical level, the financial level. There's a lot of things that play into the support game. And USA 250 DIN does a pretty good job, in my opinion, on touching on a lot of them. Because, of course, when you first think about a community support framework, the first thing that comes into your mind is, oh, financial contributions, financial recipients. But no, far in between, there is the connection of individuals, the content creators powering the framework from behind, getting eyes and supporters actually into the building. You know, the recipients and contributors are one thing, but the connections, the content, and the freedom to use the framework as you wish is a whole nother side of it that I explained heavily last week. So if you want to know exactly what this project is about, USA250 Digital Impact Network dropping July 4th, then you will want to go back to our last week's lead up stream. It's the lead up stream 3 out of 5. And you want to watch that whole thing. It went about 2 hours. It was me for like an hour and a half straight before we had Andrew from Helping Hoosiers Heroes on. And for about an hour and a half straight, I just read through the white paper. I read through all the details. I went over exactly what builds up what makes this what it is. And it's setting us up for this impact stream where we can talk about how communities can actually get involved, which is probably the most important part, other than the framework actually being transparent in itself. So if you don't want to watch the whole stream, then feel free to go on USA250din.com, and the entire white paper is published on there for you to view, read, print out, and eat if you want. But actually, I don't know if I can even say that. Don't eat paper. Don't eat printer paper. I remember there were kids like smoking out of printer paper. Like when we were kids, like people would like roll paper into like the shape of a cigar and then try to smoke it. But I think it has like bleach in it. So you really don't want to be doing all that. So I strongly advise against that. Okay. But this segment was incredibly important because it shows that community doesn't only mean local geography anymore. I really wanted to get that point across in this conversation with Ray as well, is that local support and these local chapters they're doing, that's where the most change and impact truly happens, person to person. But it's not limited to in-person or local support. When I was talking about the barn raisings, those had to be local. The technological opportunity and tools of today are so incredibly powerful, and they give us this runway to connect or to expand from just local community support and local communities and talking to your neighbor, which are all still important, but we expand to the entire humanly reachable globe, universe, whatever, galaxy, anything. It's incredible. Online communities like REGIMENTGG, like so many others, are real communities. That's what I wanted to say about Endpoint. It's not just local in-person stuff. Online is real now because of the technological opportunities of today. Gaming communities are real communities. Creator communities are real communities. Your mom's Facebook group about what the best laundry detergent is to use on the planet. Though it's a real community. Odd, but it's real, okay? If people gather, care, and act together, that became a support like network, a support community. USA 250 DIN can give those communities a framework to turn attention, events, and participation into visible support, where it's 100% clean, clear, efficient, effective, transparent, and fair. It's just the best way to put it. All of your contributions, all of it to the recipients. Sounds pretty good to me. So please check out REGIMENTGG, especially if you're a vet. Go join the tribe. Like, incredible online community. They got over like 100,000 followers on X. Like, when I tell you they are big, making a serious, legitimate impact. Just like we hope to do here in the near future through USA 250 DIN. And REGIMENTGG, I'm telling you right now, I'm going to be working with a lot of the creators and individuals in there to take part in some tournament hosting, maybe. So it's definitely support, and just growing the vision behind USA 250 DIN right alongside an organization that does the good that they do, like REGIMENTGG. So we have now talked about veterans, of course, right? Let me pop up here. You guys know we're not done with guests yet. So we talked now about veterans and organized veteran gaming communities, but next I want to bring on Beats. He's been on. He was obviously in 2 of the vet give back streams we did from a couple months back. And he's a live streamer personally. He's been on one of these lead up streams already. I believe it was the first one. We're on number 4. Yes, the first one. But today, he's coming from the creator side. He's a creator himself. He's also in REGIMENTGG. So we're sort of having a culmination of all the guests we've had so far today into one. And he's coming from the creator side because creators are going to be one of the most important parts of making this framework come alive. So welcome everybody. We are going to welcome, here we go, my boy, RG Beats. He's got some cool stuff coming up. And we're going to talk all about it. So let's admit him right now. Beats.
Howdy, dude.
What's good,
What up,
bro?
man?
How you doing, dog?
Doing good. Do you have a camera by any chance?
Oh yeah, you can't see me because the Zoom's on stream and I'm on my webcam.
Oh,
So
okay.
you might just hear me, but I'm on the live stream. It looks like we're talking to each other face to face.
Okay, cool. Well, let me put up USO because I have my chat up right now. So I want to make sure that like they're able to see at least what like it's just not a black box, right?
Oh yeah, definitely. You're good.
Well, dude, I appreciate you having me on, man. It's always a privilege. Come on. I mean, the things that you guys do is incredible for veterans. I mean, it doesn't really matter if it's a veteran or just like, just somebody in need, philanthropy and all that shit. Like, just like incredible to be here, brother.
100%. I really wanted to make sure we had someone like you. Not only are you in REGIMENTGG and you're actively involved in community support and creating a good environment for people around you, but you're also obviously a creator and streamer. And a creator and streamer understands something really important, and that is attention. Whether it's on a cause, your individual performance or growth, or just to spread the word about something. Attention is really, really important, and it's going to play a major role in this Digital Impact Network project we have coming out. So I'm excited to talk about that with you. Attention is powerful,
For sure.
but when it's only used for noise, it comes and goes. Like when you're just screaming stuff out in the ether. We hear so many people talking shit all the time. We got clip farmers now just trolling just to get some views, but you forget about that stuff in a day. Like that's easy to forget about.
Yeah.
But when the attention is around that something that's building to an ultimate goal or long-term support for a community or an event or an individual, that lasts because you start to build it's like a sports team. You can build a fan base around these longer lasting adventures.
Oh. Sorry, one of my buddies, he's not a content creator himself, but he's one of my best friends and he supports me and helps me all the way. He's like sitting next to me, chowing down on some food. I told him to come in. He's like, I'm eating.
Man, I'm starving. I can't wait to eat after this. That's
yeah, no,
awesome.
everything you said is valid and makes complete sense.
Yeah. Oh wait, so let's just start with this. Obviously, for people who are watching, you were in the first stream, but there probably are some new people in here. So for anyone watching who doesn't know you yet, tell everyone who you are, sort of what you create, and what your personal community is about, and also like communities you're involved in.
Yeah. So what's up, everybody? My name is Beats. Recent tattoo, got to represent, right? I was a United States Marine veteran, or I am a United States Marine veteran, served from 2016 to 2021, full 5 years active duty. But that's irrelevant, honestly, at this point. But after I got out of the military, I was depressed. I didn't have a sense of community anymore. I lost it. So I started live streaming because I just felt drawn to be able to communicate with people, especially having the kids all the time with my wife in conjunction and the whole 9 yards, and just being home constantly. It was lonely, and being on the internet and stuff like really helped me like find purpose. And then as I was developing those connections with a more romantic side of the internet, I was able to push forward and find a regiment. What's even it's essentially the military, but online, but the cool parts of it through the brotherhood. And I joined the community of Regiment, and I've been helping them ever since. And it's great to be here. It's great to know every single time I do something interesting like this, it brings both my brand and also what I'm all about, helping veterans further into the cosmos of the internet, with people like the Nexus Group and USA250. And it's just amazing to be here, dude. That's really all I feel. Oh, also, as you guys could probably tell, I'm a gun YouTuber / content creator. I do a lot of IRL streaming, gaming. I'm kind of a variety streamer, and so to speak. But I mean, I've just done do the things that I love, and I know other people love it. So making content is even more so easy.
Oh yeah, I actually want to talk about that a little bit. Can you tell people about the range days?
Oh my goodness. Wow. So a lot of you guys, if you guys are in the 2A space or not, it doesn't matter. You probably know some of these names like Demolition Ranch, Brandon Herrera, Kentucky Ballistics, Donut Operator. You might not even be in this space and know these people, but surely you've seen clips. It's a lot of Second Amendment loving Americans, people that stand up for freedom, loud, proud, willing to say what they believe in, documenting politics and all that stuff. We all come together as a vetted group of content creators and organizations. Regiment does participate as well. And we just shoot a dick ton of guns, and it's great, all full autos, and it's usually done for a content purpose and also for networking purposes.
That sounds
once a year.
That sounds like an absolute blast, dude. And then
I shot a minigun the other time.
No way.
Yeah, I mean, there's no other way to explain the fact of shooting a minigun than exhilarating, right? And I mean, it never would have happened without Regiment. So shout out Regiment.
Now here's the thing. This is absolutely embarrassing. As a Florida boy, I have never shot a gun, dude. I want to so bad. I want to, bro.
Hell no.
I know, bro. I know. It's seriously embarrassing. It really is.
So wait a minute here. Let's do some pillow talk here.
Okay.
Am I hearing that we're gonna go shoot some guns together?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. You want to see my newest one I just got?
Yes.
All right. Hold on. 10 points if you can guess the gun before I show it.
Oh man. I think I just embarrassed myself even more, so just show it. Oh, is that a score?
Yeah, dude.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, dude. I just got this thing. It's
Yo.
Sarge.
Whoa. Yo, that thing is
Yeah, dude.
kick
Shoots
ass.
308 rounds.
That is incredible. You see, whoa. Wow. Yeah, I definitely want to. I want to shoot the entire wall.
Oh yeah, dude. I got a 50 cal too and a flamethrower.
See, do we know anything about when the next range day is?
Usually happens sometime November.
November. All right.
I mean, again, I'm not 100% sure. There's nothing's announced, but the last 2 times it's happened around that time.
Yeah. So I brought it up because partially to admit my embarrassing personal fact, but also because through the USA250 Digital Impact Network, sure, you can support regular causes. Like someone can sign up and say, "Oh, I'm a teacher. I need support for my classroom to get better equipment for my kids, whatever." But it doesn't end there. Because you can also support fucking range days, baby. You can support range days. Yo, the boys and I want to host a range day. Someone support. Help us put it on. We'll live stream it for you guys. Hell yeah, let's put that range stream on. Let's get some good content out of it. Let's make...
I've always wanted a belt-fed 50 cal, and I could reach out, and if you guys want to support...
you know what? The great part is you could literally put that on the framework bulletin. Hey guys, I'm Beats. I really want this new firearm, bro. Like I'm just dying for it. If you guys are cool, help me out. And who knows? Maybe enough people come together and send you some funds to buy that new rifle. That's the beautiful thing about community. That's the beautiful thing about community support, dude. And like this framework in specific is it's not limited to a certain type of cause. You don't have to send money to me to then to pass to you to take a little cut out of it, XYZ.
Yeah.
No. It's just we create an opportunity for people to see what others need support for and give them the simplest, most transparent, and easy access to those people in need for whatever reason. To support them and help them grow individually or in groups. And on the side of that, creators just like yourself, bro. Like if you had a great idea, if you came to me or the DIN in general and said, I have a group of veterans from REGIMENTGG. I never got to meet them. Where we're trying to work on a cool, a cool trip where we can go to the range together. How would DIN feel about supporting this event? And then we could make an awesome whole live stream about it to get content out there, get more people in the mood to support, and then obviously through that, directly support and contribute to your guys' a range day. Like, wouldn't that be awesome?
Dude, that'd be amazing. I mean, I could think of so many potential opportunities here, right? We could do like, I mean, just in my content creator brain, we could do a cross-country RV trip supporting veterans. You know, we can get an RV sponsored out. We set up a Starlink and we do full-blown like 24-hour like live stream like podcast, like from state to state to state, visiting veterans, helping them out, doing giveaways, the whole 9 yards. I mean, range days, meetups, sponsoring PCs for veterans. Just, I mean, the whole like there's a plethora of like
exactly
options, right? And I mean, all that's possible with your guys' network.
100%. As a creator, what do you think makes people actually care about a live stream or an online event?
What makes them care about it? I would say, like, honestly, if they just are entertained. I mean, I hate to say it like that because, like,
no, it's
at
valid.
the end of the day. So here's the thing. I would say about 95 to 98% of live streamers are just faking it. And they don't actually want to be live streamers. They do it, especially the video gaming side, because they're addicted to video games and they want an excuse to lie to themselves on why to play video games.
Yo, that's
great
the
honest
point.
Truth. That's the honest truth. Most of them do it because they are lying to themselves. But, and that's why those guys stay like at a 1 to 0 viewer Andy. But if you want to break out and genuinely go on and become a real content creator, realizing that you actually don't matter on if like you're having fun, because they like obviously if you're having fun, the chat's going to feed off of that. The people that are watching are going to feed off that, and they're going to see the authenticity of that. But what really matters is that you're there as like a TV show. Like you're not going to go on there and see, like, essentially think of Judge Judy, right?
Yeah.
They're not going to send some dude with a parking ticket on Judge Judy because it's boring. They're going to send the most unique and like crazy cases live broadcasted because they know that's what the people want, is to be entertained. And if you're going to become a content creator, you need to be willing to entertain somebody in whatever niche you're doing it. Guns, shoot cool guns, blow cool things up, make videos. Okay, if you're gaming, what makes you different than a gaming? You're not like, people don't care about if you're just making the high kill games anymore. They don't care about any of that. They care about being entertained. Do you talk mad smack the whole time? Are you an internet personality like the burnt peanut? You know what I mean? Like, are you funny? Are you like relatable? Those are the things that drive people to be like involved in a live stream. And death by PowerPoint it's hard to maintain like, you know, a viewership through that.
Yep.
Without essentially a purpose of being there. And that's where I would bring up, there is streams that are meant for purpose, like fundraisers or like, you know, charity stream events where you're doing challenges. But even then you have to bring it back into the thought process of entertainment. Okay, we raise $100, I'm going to put an egg on my head and smash it. You know, things of that nature. Like, you know, even if you have purpose-driven streams for like, you know, events or charities or stuff like that, you still have to have the realization that people want to be entertained. And they're a lot more lenient to open their wallets and share and help out those kind of like situations and events and charities if there's a method to the madness other than just like it happening. But they're also going to see you like, you know, wear a dress or like, you know, be like talking a girl's voice for like an hour, you know, whatever, you know?
Yeah. 100%.
Sorry, I know that was a winded response, but
no, I agree. No, I think it was great. And I've been mentioning a lot about how, you know, you or any individual, even a creator for that matter, can sign up at USA250 DIN to, you know, tell people something that they need support for, right? Whether it's an illness, ailment, you know, a trip, etc. But as a creator, one of the biggest parts of the USA250 Digital Impact Network is that, oh wait, what's up? Who do we got here?
Oh, this is my boy Tyler. Like I said, he's not a creator, but he's my homie.
What's going on, Tyler? Nice to see you, bro.
Nice to see you too, man.
Is that guy right there? Oh, I guess it's right there on the screen. Whatever. It's all right.
So if a creator isn't just, you don't just sign up to the support network. It's not only to tell people what you need support for, but as a creator. So every single month, we as the DIN operators are hosting at least one major give back stream, just like we did on those veteran streams a while back. So
love it.
Every single month for the first year while this framework is live, all the way until July 4th, 2027 at the bare minimum. That's the minimum. We have one a month scheduled.
That's crazy.
But during that time, any content creator like yourself or any individual for that matter who has an audience that they would like to showcase to can come to us and say, hey guys, I would also like to host a give back stream. Now they can of course utilize our framework to give their personal funds back to their community however they see, but you know that's not that fun. Like, I mean, that's not all that fun, because why wouldn't they just do it directly through their stream then? No, if it makes sense and there is a great opportunity, then they can come to us to partner up directly with USA250 DIN, where they themselves are hosting these give back streams live to their communities, gaining more attention on their profiles, getting the clips and the content to you know, get a leg up in the content world. I guess sort of taking advantage through this. It can be presented as taking advantage, but at the end of the day, they took the initiative to support a community. And in my eyes, if you're supporting someone, if a group is benefiting from anything you're doing, then you're doing good to some extent. Like, wouldn't you agree with that? Like, it's a win-win is never a bad thing.
Yeah, I mean, not only is it going to grow, like, you know, like not just like I would say it would grow the trust in your network by also helping out other communities in the process. So I mean, like you said, it's a win-win. You know, like people are trusting your network and they're realizing the, like, you know, the potential, and you're also getting like different faces and content creators to be able to come on and like express like a genuine care for what's happening as well. So yeah, it makes sense.
Exactly. And while we don't make $1 off this framework, no administrative fees, no charges for any support, no money coming through our hands, it is important that we be honest. We get a lot of content out of this framework if it operates well. And that's the whole goal. The content backs the transparency angle of our project. We want it to be fully transparent. Every contribution, every support stream, you can revisit later and see how, you know, this support affected someone's life in real time, just like in those give back streams. But for us, we want to gain visibility on this project. We want this support to multiply. And the best way to do that isn't necessarily through us funding a lot of communities and support events, but more so getting as many eyes as humanly possible on the good being done by the framework and every creator and individual using it. So that's a big key to what we get out of this platform. We get more eyes on the stuff we're doing, but also on the good being done within the framework. So I don't want anybody to be like, oh, they have to be making money off of this somehow because they don't get anything else out of it. We do get something out of it. A lot. It's just not physically, it's not monetary value. It's, you know, it's community. It's a true community. And I definitely want to put that out there. But do you think creators could grow their audience by doing these meaningful streams instead of just the classic, you know, purely entertainment driven streams? Like, do you think it would have a positive impact on someone's community and viewership?
I think yes. And the reason why I say that is because, for example, right, let's go back to like a little event that I was planning on potentially doing this July is potentially, and I mean, again, we're still planning it, but like walking between 100 to 250 miles to honor 250 years of America and raising money in the process for veterans to be able to stop veteran suicide. Now, obviously, that's like something insane, and people that watch me do that, even if they don't watch the whole process, just knowing I did that for other people, they're going to be like, damn, Beat's kind of built different, right?
Yeah.
And I think doing that in conjunction with like, you know, your guys' network really like, you know, it's going to be a long, meaningful, like, you know, milestone, both in their personality as like their presence on the internet and also for like, you know, your network as well, proving that like it's successful. So I think it's 100% valid. Yeah.
Yep. And what do you think? Whoa, what was I gonna ask? Shit. What?
God damn it, Ken.
Damn it. It literally disappeared. Oh, I got it. What would make a is just the community support in itself enough to make a creator want to come back and do something like this, you know, let's say monthly or yearly or whatever? Do you think that's enough, or does there have to be a positive effect on their viewership for them to want to come back? Because they don't get paid out of it, but they get to do good. Like, they get to support other people.
I mean, that's a really hard to say. Like, I can only say my personal opinion. Like, if it was me,
Yeah,
I would say yes, but not every content creator is the same, right? A lot of them only want to do it if it benefits or benefits their channel, or if it like benefits their viewership, and things of that nature. I mean, that is the truth of the reality. But I mean, there is others out there like myself that would genuinely do it for free. So I would say it's like a mixture of both, and that's just the honest blood truth.
100%. And that's something we can't change or do anything about.
Yeah.
But it is something that kind of it kind of sucks, and it goes into this point that I've been repeating often. It's that this sort of everybody, a lot of society doesn't want to support others right now because they don't have anything to gain directly out of it. But what people fail to realize is that when you support a community and when you embed yourself with a good, strong community, that support is cyclical. What goes around comes around is not just some bullshit saying. Like, it's a real thing. When you establish a community and create, you know, through true consistently, you help each other develop, the entire cream rises to the top. Like, it always does. It always does. It's just people expect instant gratification nowadays. Obviously, there's a million things playing into that. People think they can do everything alone. Everybody feels like a superhero nowadays. Hyper individualism is rampant.
Ain't that the fucking truth? God damn.
Everybody thinks they are the next guy. Like, they could do it themselves. Which it's not a bad mentality to have, but to a level, to an extent, you always have to have that community support mentality also in there within you, because whether people want to accept it or not, that is the only reason we're all here today. Everything was built by communities at first. It was people had to, in small villages, locally had to come together and build houses, build pharmacies, build supermarkets. Someone had to make dinners. Someone had to cattle, the animals, all of that. And now in the modern day, we have all these incredible technological tools like digital currency, and the internet, which allows us to connect anywhere and any place, which would make this original mentality ultra powerful at a large scale, all the way. You no longer have to be local. But the problem is now the people have changed. A lot of them, a large segment. A lot of people are veering off of this mentality because the same things that could be so useful in this big plan of community support and lifting each other up is also at the same time what's tearing people apart. Like the content people are taking in, it's funny. It's so incredibly ironic, but that's what we're trying to bring back with this framework is that mentality.
I love it. Yeah. And I think it's crazy, like, especially when you said the hyper individualism, right? I think a lot of America's, and I mean, not even just America, the world's like problem with mental illness is because of individualism, not willing to see the bigger picture and not willing to take help from other people.
100%.
Feeling like they're on their own.
Yeah, I mean, what happens when you lock someone in a room alone? After 48 hours, they start going crazy. Like, that's the same thing.
Yeah.
Real life is a box. That same exact way. When you're not interacting with people and you're not getting other opinions, you're not workshopping shit you're doing. Just talking to people, period. You can lose yourself in that craziness. And it's very real.
You grow as a person with every word that you listen and say.
Exactly.
I mean, like a lot of people don't like think of it that way, but every interaction or like thing that you have done in your entire lifetime has led to you being the person you are in this exact moment, right? So, and I mean, like that same thing with community. Like, if you're very like, you think a politician became a politician because he's playing fucking Roblox in his room? Like, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? He did it by having communication, talking to people, developing like networking abilities and like communication. And I mean, like every single person could be like, so to speak, their own politician, but of like their own personal world and beliefs.
Yes.
And they can spread the gospel of like their community. And I mean, a community is essentially a group of people that has their voice becomes louder when the fog is cleared and they're together. So yeah.
Exactly. Originally, of course, the other project we've been working on forever is also touching on this because everybody is always, let's talk specifically about like governments and stuff. Everybody's always worried about who the president is, what the president says, what rules, whatever. That's what people are focusing on. But people fail to realize that the president has almost zero effect on your day-to-day life. Like, genuinely, if you think about it, nothing. Instead, going to a fucking local school board meeting would have a more effect on your life than caring about, what the president said on TV the other day. And this is what these mass media networks, that's exactly what they're doing. They're feeding you the garbage so you stay inactive at your local level. You feel like it's a waste of time and there is no purpose because they know that if enough people get together at the local level, that's where real change is made. That's where real change and impact is made. And it's the division. The division's just rampant, and it's funny because whether it's community support or community development, we boiled both of those down to right here. Like, it's just a lack of people trying.
Exactly. Not enough meaningful tasks.
Not enough meaningful tasks. Exactly. Well,
yeah, man.
Yeah, I think I don't really have anything else. You have anything else? What are you working on? Any cool stuff coming up?
Dude, really just planning, trying to get back in the swing. I took a small break from streaming for my own mental health. And I think it's important. Even if you're seeing success, like at the end of the day, your mental health is 100% the most important thing. I think we can all contest to that.
100%.
But I'm getting back into it. We're planning more survival streams. Hopefully going to be doing some more reality TV shows.
Oh, that's sick.
Yeah, I don't think I've told you that. I've been in a Mr. Beast video before, and I've done reality TV shows before as well.
Oh my goodness, that's awesome.
Wait, yeah, dude, I appreciate it. Thank you. So, I mean, if I guess a closing note for myself, and this is mostly me talking to whoever's listening, you on the screen, typing in little box. Guys, life is very short, and it's so short, in fact, that if you're not like, I mean, think about how mind-boggling this is. You only have one life. Why are we not sprinting like your life depends on it towards your most wildest dreams, right? And your wildest ambitions in life? And you should absolutely do that, because every great thing that has ever happened to me, whether it be in the Mr. Beast video, go on reality TV shows, even this meeting right now, talking to you as we speak, is because every opportunity that's came to me, I've at least given it a thought, and I've more than likely said yes to it, right? Getting partnered on Kick. I mean, it's endless the amount of just things I can essentially tell you about that has become positive in my life. I mean, even meeting my wife at and marrying her is all because I took an opportunity and I said yes. Great things come to those who are willing to challenge or take the challenge and do it. So say yes to the next opportunity you guys have, as long as it makes sense.
You heard it. Say yes. Say yes. Always say yes. I like that. I live by that too.
Yes, sir.
I love it, bro. Well, thanks so much for coming on. It was great to get your creator and personal view in on this project. I know we're gonna be tapped in. We're gonna work on stuff together through this.
100%.
Whether you're hosting some streams, whether you have any communities or groups that you directly think that good support avenues could be pushed towards, or if you yourself for whatever reason need some support, we can use the framework. There's so many ways to get involved. I'm excited to keep talking to you and bring this out to the public. On July 4th, we have the big launch stream coming up, where I'm gonna be getting active. I plan to have multiple live stream participants from all around the country tapped into my live stream. So whether you're live streaming and I'm browser source sharing your stream, I would love to get you involved somehow, so we can talk about that here in the near future for July 4th if you can. If you don't, no worries, man. But
sure.
Yeah, but we'll talk, and we'll get that locked in too. I wanna have a lot of people involved in that big stream, and I think you'd be a great addition. So that'd be a lot of fun.
Thanks, man. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Have a good one.
See you guys later.
Peace.
Bye.
I think that's the first thing you ever said. You're like, peace.
Peace.
All right, let's see if I can figure out how to end. Where's the exit button? There we are. I have too many screens open. Okay, bye.
All right, so
bye this time. I'm serious.
See you later. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. This is exactly why creators matter for the framework. USA250 Digital Impact Network can provide the structure. It'll always provide the structure, but creators bring the energy. Creators bring the audience. They bring the personality, and most of all, the attention. The number one factor in expanding the USA250 Digital Impact Network is attention, because the more people that see it, the more people that can use it. Here, let me kick myself back up here real quick. Here we go. I'm going to kick myself right here. I'm going to make myself nice and big. I'm going to be the big, beautiful camera. I think I've done a Trump voice in every single stream so far. So that's quite interesting. But a creator does not have to become a nonprofit, right? A creator can use their platform to highlight someone, bring people into the room, and create a genuine support moment through their community or for just one person. There's so many ways for this digital impact network to be used by the masses, and it's the creators who get involved. Myself, I'm one of them. Look at what I'm doing right now. I'm creating content for the USA250 Digital Impact Network. Am I not? I think I am. So I'm a content creator. And we're not partnering with content creators. We're not signing content creators. We're not necessarily paying creators. We're working with creators, giving them an opportunity to create incredible, engaging, loving, supportive content that in turn kind of grows their audience during it. And through all of that, they get to directly support their community or an individual or a community that they designate. We don't designate. The only support that we have full control over as the USA250 Digital Impact Network is the funds that we put into the framework. Anybody else's funds, full control. They control where it goes, who it goes to, why it goes to them, what prompted them to want to contribute. Every contribution here that's not done by us directly is free. It's no platform fees, no administrative fees, None of that garbage. The transparency dashboard tracks every single contribution right as it comes in to the moment it goes out. It shows you who it went to, how it went to them, the date, time, everything you need to know about that entire transaction and how it directly supported someone. Now, it's important to remind people, because this is something that's going to get confused a lot, is that USA250 DIN support streams and general just support streams through the framework are very different. So the DIN support streams are one every single month, okay? Where I go out, I personally host a stream, whether at the desk or IRL, where I'm contributing to teachers, veteran gamers, active duty military, healthcare workers in general, educators. I already said teachers, I think, but educators, firemen, police officers, children, struggling children, and anything in between. There is 6 designated groups that make up the founding block of who the DIN, the project itself, will support through our funds. Those are people like what I just said: veterans, military, firefighters, police, educators, people who do genuine public service and push this nation forward. Because we are contributing this framework to the people for free as our contribution for the hopefully prosperous leading of the next 250 years of America. We're closing the doors to this first 250 years, and we're opening the doors to the next 250 years. So the USA250 DIN contribution streams, which are run, hosted, operated by yours truly, that's us with our funds, not other people's, supporting communities or individuals who need it. Now, there is, on the other hand of this entire spectrum, there is just the regular support streams. Now, these support streams are something where maybe a group of dudes, random example, that I know from my high school, hit me up and they're like, Leon, I see that you run the USA250 DIN framework. I think it's an awesome framework. I looked into it. It's really good at doing its job and supporting people and making sure these contributions facilitate easily. We're not streamers or content creators, but we want to support people and we want it to be live on stream, just like your DIN ones are. Would you mind hosting another stream this month? Sometime where you give back to kids at a local skate park so they can buy new skate gear. I'm like, absolutely, guys. And they contribute. They make their contributions. And then in person, I'll do an IRL stream for something like that. I go to a skate park and I, in real time, support these children. Hopefully their parents got to be there. I think I got to look into that. You know, it maybe wasn't a great example because because I said kids, and kids probably don't have digital wallets, but you get the point. For these regular give back streams, these support streams, groups, individuals can ask me to host streams. They can host streams with me, or they can ask to host their own streams under the USA250 DIN umbrella, meaning that stream will forever live on our what's the term for it? Our archive, our live stream archive on the website, which is a part of the transparency purpose of this project, where every single live stream that has to do with a USA250 DIN will be saved and archived for anyone, anywhere, at any time to always return to and watch for themselves, so they can see how real-time contributions made real-world impact on real-world people. So that's a major component of the live stream factor. It's not always me contributing to people on stream. Other creators, as long as creators know about it, I know they're going to want to come use it. And we cannot wait to give people the opportunity to utilize USA250 Digital Impact Network for their own content, their own communities, their own streams, and something that they feel strongly about. Obviously, contributors can at any day just go onto the website and find recipients, asking for support for XYZ and contribute to them directly. Recipients can always contact us directly to maybe be hit up on a stream, or they can sign up on the recipient board, where they write their reason about what they need support for, and people can choose to help them. We can choose to help them. And I hope you start understanding how many angles there are to attack this from. That's why this whole stream has been about how communities can actually use the USA250 Digital Impact Network, right? Because there are so many ways to do it. A teacher can sign up or come to me directly saying, I need support for classroom supplies. I cannot guarantee that you'll get support. If it's small enough, then a lot of people are going to get consistent support. If it's big enough and it blows up and a lot of people know about it, support still goes around, of course, but it's just, I can't gauge that. I can't tell you it 100% everybody who asks for support is going to get support. That depends on the people. That depends on the people utilizing the framework. And that's the beauty of us not controlling funds, is that we don't make this mandate where, oh, it has to be XYZ way, or the funds have to come in so I can authorize all these funds and take out a little percentage for my management fee. No, I don't even touch any of your contributed funds. None of that. Right? So that's very, very important. Now, I keep saying this. I keep saying this same fucking spiel about how through the USA250, wait, let me bring up a new image for us all. No, not that one. Let me see. Here we go. Is this it? All right, we'll start here. We'll start here with this one. So I keep saying this thing about how, I say the same phrase over and over again. Through the USA250 Digital Impact Network, oh, wait, guys, hold up. We have Dustin here. Oh, we have our final guest, actually. Let's bring on our final guest to this evening. All right, so Dustin is coming on this evening to talk about digital currency, and because the entire USA250 Digital Impact Network is based on digital currency. So let's bring Dustin in. We just walked through creators, how there are so many ways to utilize the USA250 Digital Impact Network. But one thing that makes it so beautiful is that you can reach across and support people all across the globe. Now, what makes that so easily possible is the creation and tool that is digital currency, which this project sits on. Lightning fast, cost fraction of cents to contribute. These network fees are so minimal. We don't take any administrative fees. It's only on-chain stuff, but digital currency moves at the speed of light, and it makes support reach further and beyond than ever before. If you go back and watch the veteran giveback streams that I did just 3-4 months ago, whenever it was, I was using Rumble Wallet and digital currency through Rumble Wallet and directly sending these funds to creators, and they got them in full. It's beautiful to see how effective, efficient, and transparent it is, because digital currency saves all data, all history on the blockchain. So we're going to talk about that with Dustin. I'm happy to have him on. Let us welcome Dustin Stockton to the stage. All right. Sweet. Hey, Dustin. Awesome. So, welcome to the stream. I'm happy to have you on, and thanks for joining me. I think it's important. We can talk pretty well about how useful digital currency is in the space of community support and philanthropy in general, because there are no middlemen. There are no people skimming off the top, taking percentages from this and that, hiding the moves. In the world of philanthropy and community support, my brain immediately goes to the fact that everything is live on the blockchain. It's saved when it happens. You can see directly where funds are transferred from. And it's such a powerful component that makes the entire thing of USA250 DIN existing be what it is. It's built on transparency. And I think digital currency plays a major role on that. I'd love to hear what you think about that.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely can. It's in right. The tools are there to upgrade systems. It doesn't always mean that people utilize them like that. It's, right. One of the things that I think we need, there was so much hype and mania around meme coins and vaporware that everything got lumped into, right, the stuff that kind of like charts an unrealistic path is often the stuff that, like, it's doing that on purpose to deceive people. Real projects and real people building, though, like, don't always have that like straight up trajectory, and in a way that I think is what's going to be needed for crypto to kind of get its legs back under it. Is we need to see a return to the real life use cases that make this technology superior to the other system, which is full of all kinds of other holes. And I should say, right, like, there's also all kinds of different currencies, which, right, like the thing I love about crypto is it kind of returns us to the pre-Fed days.
Yep.
So, like, but before we consolidated under like a single money, there was all kinds of different currencies. In fact, like the founding of the nation, I think it was Alexander Hamilton was specifically in charge of, like, it's either Hamilton or Jefferson. I have to go back and make sure, right? But
yeah,
I get my founders confused sometimes.
Valid, me too.
But there were all kinds of different currencies within the colonies that serve different functions. We're kind of seeing that same thing in the digital framework. And I think it's going to be really fascinating to see how people take the tech and what's available and utilize it in a good way. It could have massive implications for charity. It could have massive implications further for government, right? Which is,
oh yeah,
I've always said that, right, I want to see the government put on chain. I should be able to track any dollar that I send the government from the moment it's confiscated from me or stolen, if you have the libertarian mindset, right? I should be able to track it from where it was from me, where it went to where it currently is on a verified ledger.
Yeah.
And that's the kind of use case that I think makes sense. The tricky thing about charitable giving, right, is that even though there's a blockchain, we shouldn't mislead people. There's ways for that people obfuscate in all kinds of different ways. It only provides you the tool if you're willing to, like, use it. Most people aren't.
Yep. 100%. Yeah, because you kind of have to dig for it. And you brought up an interesting point with the government on chain. Are you thinking immediately what I thought of is donations to political campaigns? Like, yeah, that let's put that on chain real quick. I would love to see that.
I mean, that there's so many areas that our system has failed. The fiat system is broken in 10,000 different ways. Yep. It's fine if, right, like, if I went to any meme coin retard in existence, right? I'm talking the dumbest shit, who's trading poop coins all day and making more money than all of us.
Yeah.
Right? I could go to that retard and say, right, hey, I've got this currency. One of the first questions I get asked is like, is mint authority revoked? Can you print more of these after I get into this thing? Yeah. Well, like the USR, we have how much is the total supply in circulation? We have no fucking clue how much in circulation.
No idea.
How many dollars are in circulation? Like, we can't even really, like, accurately estimate, like, how many dollars are flowing around.
It's ridiculous.
So there is opportunity in this space to, like, get back to, like, the founding ideas behind it.
Yep.
A lot of it got washed away in the hype. And so, like, we need to see a return to, like, using this tech. There's no tech that's ever come out that doesn't have duality.
Yep.
Which is, it can be used for good and it can be used for evil. And right, like, do I want the government to know every transaction I make with every? Hell no. Right. So like the government wants to put us on chain. We want to put the government on chain. And right. But if I'm giving money, I want to know, and I want to know that it goes where it was intended. That's something I think we could do with this tech that like would be effective in a way that'd be really healthy.
100%. And I'm happy to tell you that's exactly what we're trying to do with this. So that'd be great. Make sure.
I'm excited to see it. Listen, these projects are always a challenge, right? Yeah. And it's a dynamic space. And, you know, I think there's a hunger now to get into things that are real.
Yep.
Just make sure that you set the expectations right, which is, you know, if you want something that goes straight up, like it behaves unnaturally because somebody's looking to take advantage of that. And so, right, like I'm looking forward to seeing you guys like use the network that you've built, use these streams, use the charitable contributions to put something together that like builds organically and grows. I'm really excited to see what kind of community you put together.
Yeah. What do you think is what do you think people most often misunderstand about crypto and digital currency? I guess it makes sense because of we said how the hype washed a lot of the good out. So what do you think is one of the biggest things that came up from that era that in the eyes of people who maybe aren't involved yet, because that's the most important population? Yeah.
So I mean, there's obviously a lot of misconceptions about it. There are insane opportunities. I don't know a place that somebody can go from nothing, essentially nothing, to right like life-changing or wife-changing money, as they joke.
Yeah.
Right. That there is a Wild West element to the freedom, and like anything, when you have freedom, it means that people will take advantage of that, and it's kind of on you to like guard yourself and protect yourself and try to choose good teams. I think one of the other misconceptions is that I'll go out and even go further. Most of the projects that fail don't fail because there was malicious intent. Like, right, there's lots of accusations.
Yeah.
Surrounding like
always an accusation comes. Yep.
But most, to be the truth of it, most of them fail because like there's a lot of ways to make mistakes. This is a brand new territory. People are trying to pave new paths. And so, right, like there's also people who've been around a long time recognize that, like, you know, you have to judge projects and teams and people like kind of on the understanding that like, but there's a lot of malicious actors. There's a lot of people who had ideas that didn't work out the way they thought they would. But this is the future, right? Which is the one thing it's crazy to me. I look at Solana at like under $70.
Yeah.
It's like, you guys realize that like we had, since the last time we were at this place, the president of the United States launched a meme token using this token, right? Like they've upgraded that they are able to do millions of transactions per second, right? It's crazy to me. Like I got debanked, so like occasionally I'll have to go. Like I don't have to do it much anymore, but like if I want to send money to somebody, I have to do like 8. Like it takes me an hour. And then it takes days for it to get to. I can transfer almost unlimited amounts of money.
Exactly. In a matter of a second.
And they have it.
Yeah. That's the beauty of digital currency. Now, with all this, like a lot of people inherently look down on digital currency just because of the stories. You know, they have never gotten into it. They've never tried to learn about it. They just naturally are like, fuck that.
Or they got burned.
Out. Yeah. Or they got burned.
I think it's much more like I don't think it's irrational at all to be distrusting.
Yeah.
People should go in with their eyes wide open. This is the Wild West, right? Like this is people are experimenting on whole new way, like complex systems that are trying to remake how we transfer wealth and ideas and knowledge between each other. Of course, that's messy. like in the early going, but it's grown up a lot. And like, I think people who maybe got turned away during different cycles, I have a feeling during this cycle, they'll come back and be pleasantly surprised with like how much maturity has happened in this space.
Definitely. Yeah. I think I agree with that as well. Is there anything that you think the USA 250 Digital Impact Network can do in itself to make the digital currency side feel, simple, safer, and like more useful to people who might not be so open to it right now?
I think the most important part, I think the tech is there, right? So like the awesome thing is the tech's already there. Transferring, right? Cashing out. We've advanced so much that stuff has become very user intuitive.
Mm-hmm.
Most important thing, man, is do what you tell people you're going to do, and do it in a way that can be verified. And if you're consistent with that, like that's really all that's left, right? Which is the tech has grown up in a way that it's just hungry for somebody like, but you, right? Like it's also developed, man, you cannot get shit over the crypto people anymore.
Yeah.
Because they have been rug pulled, scammed, harassed, coerced, tricked in every possible way. So like they've become very cynical in some ways. So like take the time, show up and do what you tell people you're gonna do, and I have a feeling it'll work out great.
Awesome. Well, I don't want to take up more of your time. I really appreciate you coming on, Dustin. It was great talking to you.
Talk soon, Leo.
Yep, for sure. Have a good one. Bye.
Okay.
Oh, hold on. Turn my video off. And then we're going to pop this off. But that was a very good conversation right there. Hold on. Let me ding, ding, ding. We're going to move. You know what we're going to do? You know what time it is? You know what time it is? Shee! Oh, you know what time it is. All right, guys, Dustin, thank you so much for coming on, bro. Very knowledgeable in the space. Obviously, we hit on some very important points there in the talk with Dustin. But one thing, the most important thing I think he said is do what the way to make people feel safe in this space, in the digital currency world, is do what you say you're going to do it consistently, do it verifiably, and just be honest in your execution with what you put forward as your plan. And now I'm very proud to tell you all that the USA 250 Digital Impact Network is entirely built around this transparent, easy, and auditable by anyone process built for community support and philanthropy, whether it's locally or nationwide or countrywide, worldwide, universe-wide, galaxy-wide, and far beyond. That is the whole point. That digital currency isn't like a plus to our framework. It's not like a benefit. It's not what makes this project so great. It's what makes this project what it is. There is no true transparency and constant verifiable information and data without us utilizing digital currency for this framework. Because it's not fiat and it's not traveling through the hands of third-party payment processors, these subscription services. Money's being taken out on every single middleman step. But the beauty of digital currency is that you can send funds directly from your device to someone else's device, and it all ends up there, aside from the fractional network fees that are established by the networks of the currency that you're utilizing, not by us. We take no fees. We don't even get your money at any point. It's the only way that you can be truly transparent, honest, and fully giving in this current age is through the use of digital currency. And what's beautiful about that is that not only is it super easy to use and ensures that someone's contribution fully gets to their recipient, but what else is incredible about it is this right here. And that's the fact that the blockchain stores all of this transaction data, all of this information. So the ease of use and the transparency and verifiability is all packaged into one beautiful tool that we have in this modern day that allows us to close the first 250 years of this country that we are getting up to on July 4th. And it helps us take the values from the past that built this country, attach them with these modern technological tools and opportunities to create the road and pave the way for another 250 years of prosperity, specifically in this community support and philanthropy sector. That's what makes it what it is. And it's well, I'm going to say this so many times through the rest of these streams every time. Transparency isn't what we're shooting for with USA250 Digital Impact Network. Transparency is what we are built of, what this framework is built out of. Got it? And very cool. I do want to, we've gone over time today, but I don't really give a shit. I'm going to keep going for you guys. I have an interesting bit of information here. We're going to run through, the last thing we're going to do for this stream is run through some use cases for the USA 250 Digital Impact Network. So in real world instances or events, here are some good use cases. All right. So let me bring it up. I'm actually going to bring it up on my computer just to make sure I cover all of not all of them. I will never cover all of them, but a good chunk of them, more than would come to mind naturally. So I want to reset. We're going to start with a little reset. I want to reset everyone watching. Tonight is about how communities can utilize the USA 250 Digital Impact Network. The 3 guest segments or 4 guest segments we just had showed 3 very important angles. We had the veteran and recipient / community side. We had the organization side. We had the purely just content creator side. And we, of course, had the digital currency side as well. But now I want to turn it into real life use cases and examples. So let's go with this first one here. Where's the image? All right, well, we'll pop this up here. So through the USA 250 Digital Impact Network, a creator could host monthly support streams around a person, cause, organization, or project. They bring the audience, the personality, the energy, and the community, and USA 250 DIN provides the framework for visibility, acknowledgement, direct support, engagement, and most important, something to support the community out of. Example, a streamer hosts a support night stream for a veteran-owned small business, a teacher's classroom, a first responder family, a local youth program, or a creator in need of equipment. Those are examples of things that a creator could set up a stream to directly support through the USA 250 Digital Impact Network. Creators can turn audience attention into public support moments. And that's what we're going for, these public support moments. Next up, we have a use case for local business or community sponsor. So a local business can use this too. A restaurant, a gym, a barber shop, trade company, golf shop, local store, or local brand can host or sponsor a support moment. So they don't need to become a nonprofit. They don't need to build a platform. They can just use this very framework, the USA 250 Digital Impact Network, to highlight someone, something, or a company in their community. Example, a local business sponsors a live stream segment or just easily signs up for a contribution request or a recipient request form. And hold on. Or just signs up in a recipient form for a first responder family again, a teacher, a veteran, a student, a small local organization, a ukulele that a little girl needs to play in her elementary school band. You can do this and be supported or gain support or put your cause in front of other people's eyes through connecting with us directly for a live stream or by just simply signing up for the recipient section in the framework. Local businesses can become community support engines. All right. So here we have a use case for schools, teachers, and youth programs. So it's not only about veterans. I know we're veteran heavy over here. These are my boys. It's who I met through my start in community support. This is my community. that I hope to support through this framework and through just by having good talks with them. So that's why I talk a lot about veterans, because I know a lot of them. Okay. But it's also about teachers and educators, and so many more. First responders. These are all people or segments of society that are in our founding categories. So here's an example. A teacher needs classroom supplies. A STEM team needs equipment. A youth program needs travel support. A school club needs materials. A student project needs visibility. Instead of a vague cause, people can see the specific story, the specific need, and the specific goal, and help it all play out, all of that play through the USA250 Digital Impact Network. So specific stories create stronger participation than vague causes. That's very important. Here we have a use case for healthcare, nurses, and first responders. So nurses, healthcare workers, firefighters, and first responders are also part of the starting vision. A nurse needs professional training support. Let's support her. A healthcare worker has a family emergency. Let's support them. A fire department needs community equipment support. Let's support them. An EMS volunteer group needs visibility. Let's put them on a stream. They need support. Let's put them on the recipient list. Hopefully a bunch of people can contribute to them. A lot of small contributions are bigger than one big one. The point is to make support public, specific, and community witnessed. So people support more confidently when they understand the person, the need, and the mission, and they are being dealt with transparently. This entire digital impact network can be used as an education opportunity as well. We just talked about this with Dustin. Not everybody knows about digital currency. Not everybody trusts digital currency. A lot of people have probably never even heard about digital currency. But through this framework, you can learn all about digital currency with no skin in the game. No buying this, no investing in that, none of that. No. You can simply watch the transparency dashboard, learn through other people's movements how the technology works, and see it for yourself in real time, which leads to learning, which may later lead to participating, but either way, it leads to growing. Okay? It's important. And then finally, we have connectors and community nominations here. So not everyone has to be a contributor, recipient, or even a creator to work with the USA250 Digital Impact Network or use it. Some people are just simply connectors. So they know the teacher who needs help. They know the veteran organization doing real work. They know the local business owner trying to support the community. They know the family that needs visibility for whatever reason. They know the creator who deserves a bigger platform. And connectors can connect angles or outlets of contribution and support, or recipients and contributors together to utilize this framework and support communities, individuals, or anything in between through their knowledge of individuals or situations or scenarios. You don't have to be a contributor, recipient, streamer, or content creator. You can also be a connector who connects a contributor or a recipient to the USA250 Digital Impact Network and helps them either contribute or receive support that is transparent, verifiable, simple, efficient, and most importantly, 100% effective. No administrative fees, no cuts by us, a completely free framework that is prioritizing the transparency of community support and philanthropy while also working diligently to get more eyes on the project. So hopefully more can use it. More people can utilize the framework. And that's that. That is that, my friends. Here's the deal, though. Oh, let's finish this up right here. So tonight was stream 4 of 5 leading up to the ultimate launch of the USA250 Digital Impact Network. And this was about moving from idea to action. Stream 1 was the problem. Stream 2 showed real support moments. Stream 3 explained the project. And now Stream 4 showed how people can actually use it. Next up is Stream 5. the final lead up stream before the official launch on July 4th. The message tonight is simple. USA250 Digital Impact Network is not just a project we're launching. It's a framework communities can use. Okay? Creators can use it, veteran groups can use it, nonprofits can use it, gaming communities can use it, local businesses can use it, crypto educators can use it, schools, first responders, healthcare workers, grassroots groups, and everyday people can use it. If you have a mission, a platform, a community, a real need, or an idea worth building, you need to tap in with the USA 250 Digital Impact Network right as it launches on July 4th, 2026. Follow at NetAccess Group on X or any social media. Stay tuned for Stream 5. Join us as we build toward the July 4th launch of the USA 250 Digital Impact Network, which you can also follow on X at USA 250 DIN. So thank you all so much. This has been an excellent stream. Every single stream we've done has been better than the last. There are so many incredible ways to utilize the USA 250 Digital Impact Network once it does launch. And I hope that this stream kind of taught you how that's a thing, how that is, or you know, how that works, how you can get involved. I hope a little light bulb went off in your head that said, oh, that's how I could get involved. Because that's my only goal with this, is how can you get involved? Remember, I don't make any money out of this. No money, $0. We are simply contributing a framework for you guys. That's it. So you guys know what time it is. Let me bring this window down here. I really appreciate everybody for joining the stream. It's been a lot of fun. We're going to raid someone now with 252 viewers, and we're going to make someone's night pretty awesome. So let's do just that. Let's go on my feed. You know I always support. Oh, we are supporting the Whiskey Capitalist podcast. That's who we're doing tonight.
We are planning, or did plan, to have some awesome guests back on the show for y'all. Dale and Jim from Two Guys One Coup, but they ain't answering. So I think they just hate us. I don't know what.
Oh yeah.
Going on.
Things come up. It's just how it happens.
Oh, that's right. You didn't get the message that Dale's going through his trans surgery.
Probably.
Oh, they're funny.
Right?
Hold on.
Something like that.
Okay. I just wanted to make sure he's
All right. Good night, everybody. Thank you so much for joining me this stream. We're going to send you to the Whiskey Capitalist pod. Love these guys. So let's see what they got going.
all the creators and stuff with all the metrics.
Yeah.